Hi YouTube, it's BlairMac. It's been a couple of days, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one. I've got a couple actually that I'm going to do. I've got some compilations and some slideshows that I'm going to show y'all, as long as I'm allowed to. I've got pictures of the surgery, not the actual surgery, but the before and aftermath. He came out okay. He did good. He was starting to do good, and then ended up with end-stage renal failure, and we needed to get him started on dialysis very quickly yesterday. I haven't seen him today, but he's supposedly supposed to try to get up and walk. So we're going on, let's see, it was Wednesday, Thursday, so I have not slept hardly at all. I crashed last night, but I've been up a lot this week. Saturday. This is 4 days since the surgery, and so he's finally going to get up and try to walk today. I know that, you've met him in the videos. I've referenced him a lot. You got to meet him whenever he took me on my trip for my pancreas and everything like that. I know he's not the main focus of the pages, but he's been the main focus of the last few days, and everything that's going on with him. He was very serious about my pancreas and very serious about getting me to Temple when no one else could, or some even wouldn't, but he got me there. And even though now we're not sure what's happening with that, doctors are still very sketchy as far as talking about it, even giving me any kind of news of any kind. The last results of the MRI were that there was nothing that they could do now. Anyway, big point is, you guys wouldn't have had any documentation or anything like that on Temple if it hadn't been for Tony taking me. Like I said, some people couldn't, which was understandable, but most people wouldn't. But he stepped up and he took me. So, given that information, and understanding how serious that was and how important that was, it's important for me to keep y'all up to speed as to what's going on with him. I'll be back at the hospital tomorrow, so I'll be able to take some more pictures. I have a lot of pictures of what all has gone on, the progression from him being... Actually have a picture of the outside of the hospital and the progression of the nurse coming to talk to him, the anesthesiologist coming to talk to him, me being there, his mom being there, them wheeling him away, the after effect, how he looked when he came out, absolutely horrifying. And then them taking him off of the breathing tube and waking him up, and then a picture of him when he started dialysis. And hopefully when I get there tomorrow, it'll be a lot better Tony to take pictures of. That's what I'm hoping for. Also, the reason for this is because I need everyone to understand that I'm still staying sober through all of this. In hard times, in trying times, is when people tend to drink the most. I've mentioned, going out and partying and stuff like that, and, being able to stay sober through all of it, now is being through a hard time. And something that when you're put in a position where you're completely helpless, you're looking at someone you care so much about, hurting so bad, and being in a position where you can't do anything for him. When they woke him up, but he was still with the breathing tube, he needed things, but he couldn't talk. So it was nothing but a game of charades. At one point, he was loving on my face, and I thought, okay, he's loving on my face. No, he was grabbing my glasses. He was telling me he wanted his glasses. I mean, it was just a game of charades, and so that was very hard. I was so glad when they took that. I know he was thrilled when they took it out, but I was so glad whenever they took that out. That way he could still verbalize what he wanted. Barely. He was having a really hard time catching breaths, and he even asked me yesterday, he said, remind me again why I agreed to do this and why I agreed to everything. I said, because we want to keep you around for a long time. Dealing with someone that you care about being sick, everybody knows. it's easy to turn to drugs, especially to alcohol, whenever you are in that state of helplessness and the unknowing and the waiting game. It's easy to go out and drink, or for some people use drugs, but I haven't, and I won't, because it's just not worth it, period. I'm a crusader. It's what I'm here for. I'm a crusader for sobriety. I'm here to tell you that it's just not worth it, over and over and over and over again. One of these days I'm going to look back on my first videos and be like, wow, I was just doing this with a cell phone and a selfie stick and a laptop. And eventually I'm going to have a lot of technology around me to where you can see everything all the time, and a lot better quality videos and everything like that. But I'm going to look back on these one day and I'm still going to be saying the same thing. It's just not worth it. In good times and extremely hard times, whether it be your own or the people that you care about and love, it's just not worth it at all. Because I'm trying very hard to help take care of him, still do my job, be with my girls more than anything. Y'all know more than anybody, that's the most important part, is time with my girls. And I'm trying to do all of that with a very, very sick body. Now I'm putting mine on the back burner right now so that I can try to be a fun mom, be a good girlfriend, do everything that I need to do. And it's not easy at all. It's not easy. But it would be a hell of a lot harder if I did it under the influence of alcohol. I've worked so hard for everything. I mean, you guys saw the video the other day. I was so thrilled. I had to do a video just getting the interlock out of the car. That was a big deal. That was a big turning point. That was a milestone. To some people, it might be something funny, but it was a milestone. It was a big deal. I'm going to make this one kind of short and sweet. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're just watching and you want to keep up with the journey, make sure you subscribe at the bottom, and you'll get to keep track on all these videos and everything like that. They'll get more interesting, I promise, but a lot of it's me talking, but they will get more interesting. I do have some, I have a compilation that I'm about to put up here, a slideshow that my girls have helped me make of just funny pictures of me and little clips and stuff like that of me, just showing y'all that there are fun times. I do try to have good times and silly times and extremely silly times, but at the same time I do still live my life. I don't just sit around waiting for times to do videos or things to talk about. I do live, and I will continue living as long as my pancreas will let me. I love you guys very much. Thank you again. Keep watching. It'll get good. It'll get blah sometimes, but it'll get good. There's a lot of things to happen. A lot of things that you can see that someone who is chronic will do and still pull through and accomplish, and the entire time being sober. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Remember, it's just not worth it. See you soon. Bye.